Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading will be for Donald Trump's Wednesday, September 16th. Okay, so let's see. So I'll do my normal 7-card spread to find out the forces in motion, his challenges, his feelings, what he's doing, the karma, cause and effect, future outcome, all that stuff. And I'll layer it with a Lenormand probably too. Okay, so September, I have to go quiet for a minute while I focus. September 16th, Wednesday. Okay, all right. Getting into his energy is always so darn tight, so excuse my heavy or deep breathing, whatever it sounds like to you, but I'm just, I'm grounding in. I have to shuffle with the cards like over my core and under my heart in order to drop in fully into my body. Okay, Donald John Trump. September 16th. Okay, that's it right there. Okay, forces in motion, challenges, feelings, his actions, his karma for the day and, excuse me, accruing, future, and his outcome for the day anyway. Okay, so we have the King of Cups for the forces in motion. That's something I've never gotten for him. His challenges, we have the Five of Swords reversed. His real feelings, well, this doesn't surprise me at all. We have the Ten of Pentacles. You guys know what that means. What he's actually doing, we have the Queen of Swords. The karma for not only this day, but what's been accruing for his lifetime. His future. Two of Swords reversed. So this is the Emperor reversed, sorry. And then the outcome, we have the Page of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so with the King of Cups here as the forces in motion, this could be Biden. This could be Joe Biden, because he's a double, I think, hold on, I have his chart over here. Yeah, he's a triple Scorpio. Wow. Yeah, Sun conjunct Venus in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio. And that's only 6 degrees away, so you could say that that's a stellium right there, because it's 3 planets. Some astrologers say it has to be 4, but I feel like 3 is quite enough. Anyway, Scorpio is a water sign. They feel deeply. They grieve and they want to get to the bottom of things, usually. We know that that's been the case for this lifetime. He has had quite a bit of loss, and because he has Pluto in the 8th house, so that makes sense. Pluto and Jupiter in the 8th. He lost his first wife and 1 or 2 children. I think 2 children into a car accident. Before he met Jill, and then Beau died, I believe, from cancer. Yeah. So okay, so that's Joe Biden, and his stellium's in the the stellium in Scorpio, all that intensity and wanting to get to the deeper truth. That's all in his 12th house. So, and I don't know if most astrologers do, but I look at the 12th house as the house of, vocation and power, once you've done your work. So I think this is Joe Biden, honestly. If it's not Joe Biden, if I'm wrong about that, then this would be this would be someone who's trying to support him. And whether or not it's financial, it's at least emotional. Now, on another level, this could be that the forces that are in motion have to do with emotional intelligence and the intuitiveness that we all have. And that there's a place inside of us where, those of us who are connected to, our deeper selves, our deeper wisdom, to our cores, we know that something's not right. We know that things are not right, and they haven't been ever since he took office. So that may vary. This card may be multidimensional here for this day, and for the bigger picture. Especially if you just imagine, what if in every lifetime we come in order to pass some tests? I mean, what if Earth is school? What if we're on this planet in duality of this, where there's light and dark, good and bad, right and wrong, all that stuff. And in this dualistic experience that we're having, our task, our spiritual lesson is to get back to the unity of knowing that we're all connected, and deep down inside, we're all interdependent on each other. We all need each other. We all need to look out for each other and look for the greater good of the whole, in many situations. And what if every day is just a test to be in that emotionally intelligent place where you can sit, coast, ride, swim in the waters of life, in the forces of life, in the life stream, and not be so selfish. Not be selfish at all, but to be, connected deep down inside in your emotional body. That's when it's cleared out, your feelings flow freely, and from that place you know which way to go, and you instinctively, intuitively always know what's right and what's wrong. So, because this is the card of cause, and this is the card of effect. So it could be because we are all going through a big test. I mean, astrologically, we have Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn. If that's not a test, I don't know what is. And Saturn and Pluto haven't been traveling in the zodiac or in the universe together since, what was it, 1280, something like that, when Luther put he wrote up these new laws and put them on the door, like nailed them to the door of, was it a Baptist church or a Lutheran church? I forget. You guys have to look that up. I looked it up once and it just blew me away that's what happened. And basically those laws that he had written up stated that, in a nutshell, stated that no longer are we under the rule of the church, that we all have our own moral compass inside and our own inner law. So this is another, what we're going through at this time, this is another adventure into understanding those deeper laws, and that our inner authority is not, that's the true meaning of this card up here, is to know that we have our inner authority, and it's not top-down authority over us. Yeah, they can kill us, they can take us out, they can poison us with all the gases that are just drilled out of the earth constantly, and with Monsanto can try to poison us with the food. We can, there's all kinds of atrocities that are happening. Kids in the camps, my God. Anyway, so, yeah, kids in camps, parents and children traumatized by, being removed, separated from each other. That's definitely in the domain of the King of Cups. Because he, like the Queen of Cups, they honor all that is sacred. This is the family card. So I think that this is saying that the effect, and this is also Donald Trump's karma because he has been perpetuating this insanity. He and 1/3 of the GOP that are in bed with Putin, in bed with Russian oligarchs, which Putin has control over. So you might as well just say Putin, but you could say Russian money. Thank you. Anyway, so with this top-down authority not working anymore, I think that that's speaking to us, rising up, sitting in our truth, and knowing deep down inside we know what's right, and that this dominating, this brutal dictator, dictator tyrant type of lack of consciousness is not what we want. So that's his karma. All these brutal dictators are his karma. And I think this has to do with the cause and the effect. And you can read it the other way around too, as in these are the forces in motion, and then here's the effect, because that's how karma works. Interesting. Okay, so now with the five of swords in the reverse position, challenging this, I believe that the message here is that we're no longer wanting to have wars, and we're no longer going to allow somebody to call, our military forces, anyone in our military forces, suckers or losers. This is straight up, this is definitely warring energy, and yeah, maybe you won, and you have all the swords, and now the so-called losers are walking away, but you don't have any friends, and you don't have any love in your life when you have this going on. But when it's reversed, the challenge is that there's a defeat to the person, to the warmonger. This is a real defeat here. This is a defeat. But it's also challenging us in a place where we want to protect our families, and we want to protect the children of the future. We want to protect our grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and all those that come beyond that we don't know yet, right? So we don't want this, this burn and pillage, and, we don't want this raping of the earth. We don't want any of this. We want happy, stable, loving, caring families, which is what the King of Cups is all about. Now this is also, the King of Cups is also, they can be lawyers, but it would be a very caring lawyer. I still feel like this is Joe Biden. And he is challenging Trump because he doesn't see the future the way Trump does. He doesn't want the future to be like Trump does. Trump wants everything for himself, and he's trying to get as much as he can, I think, because he knows he's going to have to try to run away. I don't know if he'll get away with it or not, but I believe that that's what he's planning based on, all my readings from the past. Doesn't seem to matter what question I ask about him. I always keep getting that feeling that he's going to try to get away, that he's planning that. So Biden is here, and he's on the trail. He's on the campaign trail. Meanwhile, Trump is trying to say that he's, in his basement. Well, he's not in his basement. He's out. He's out, and he's been out. So all the, the trying to trash and burn Biden is Trump's challenge, because it's not working. You know, I mean, some of his followers are going to be blind because they're not passing their tests in this lifetime, or they have to learn the hard way, and then maybe they'll get it later in this lifetime. That can very well happen. You can turn things around really quickly when your focus is to always ask for the truth about your own life, your own, your own body, your own emotional body, your own belief system. All you always have to do is ask for the truth. Or all you ever have to do is really, really want the truth, and you'll get it. So there's that. I believe that's what it is. I believe this is Biden and us, and we're not having this anymore. We are not having this anymore. There is a defeat to this top-down authority. We have better ideas. Okay, now Trump, what he's really feeling, well, he wants it all. He wants it all, and he wants to keep it in his family. And I don't need to say anything more about that, because that's what it is. What he's actually doing, I think he's trying to get more women on his side. This could be what's her name, Judge Janine, because often this is a legal woman. But it could be another woman. But this could be, maybe this day we'll see that he spoke with Judge Janine, either called in or had an interview with her. I don't know. I mean, I'm doing this reading on Tuesday, so I don't know what his Wednesday is yet. I always often have to look back, and then often it's kind of like the hidden undercurrent of what's going on is what comes through. So we'll have to see what she represents as far as what he's actually doing. But this can be, cold-hearted, more cold-hearted with the reversal position. But I can't say that he ever does anything wise, so I can't say that. This card is the card of widowers and women who have been through very painful relationships, and they've come through the other side, and they're on their own, and they're very independent. So this could be an independent woman that he's trying to hook up with on some level, because this isn't the action card. The karma, I don't think I need to speak any more to that card. We've gone, I think I've exhausted the meaning there. And with his future, he's really having trouble making a decision. And it might be because he's getting offers. Could be kind of stinky. There's a fish in the cup here. I can't imagine I'd want to drink anything out of that cup. Just looking at it from a, different angle. But, the pages are often about messages. And with, here's an offer. But he can't decide. He can't make the decision. So that's interesting. Let me layer it with the Lenormand, see if we can get some more information about these two. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, so forces in motion. That's interesting. Woman. Challenges. His feelings. What he's actually doing. Look how those cards go together. Wow. His karma for the day and what he's accruing. Okay. His future. And the outcome. And of course, this is just for the day. Okay, so this is interesting. So the feminine, again, this is the feminine. This is the masculine version. But this has to do with actually a woman. I don't know that I can say that it is all of us in the feminine so much, because usually with the Lenormand, this is an actual person, an actual woman. So, of course, I use the black version, the people of color version in the cards. You can, this is the Under the Roses Lenormand, and she has extra cards, and so you can choose if you want, white or black, as far as for the people cards. And we have all 3 people cards here. So this, even though she's black because that's what I chose, this is Melania. This is Melania. So it may very well be that the forces in motion is that Melania is trying to figure out a long-term plan to get away, with the ship card as being the challenge, because she doesn't like what's going on either. But then again, I wouldn't give her any credit to do anything other than what's for her own selfish financial interests. She is, no. No. Not after wearing a military uniform at the, Republican National Convention, and not after wearing a jacket that says, do you really care, or I don't really care, to you, something like that, whatever it said, while she went to visit the camps at the border. Wow. So if this is Melania, this just, to me, with the ship, she still wants to get away with him. As nasty and disgusting as she is, she still does. She can't stand being around him, is the way I see that. His real feelings, of course, it's about the money, and that has him completely deluded and stuck. This is one of the most negative cards in the Lenormand, even though we have the fox and the snake, and we have other challenging cards. This is the worst card for mental mental acuity. I mean, clouds do pass away. They do move finally, but the dark side is over here. I don't really know where it's going. The light's here, and the light is pointing to something dangerous, or something being cut, or a decision. But because this is in the position of what he's actually doing, and look, we have the Queen of Swords, so it's about cutting. It is about deciding, and it is dangerous. And I'm thinking that it's probably the most dangerous to women and children, and the family structure, the family unit. Wow. So, and then the karma, this is him. This is him. This is him, this is Melania. So his karma is this dictator style of wanting to rule. And so I'm thinking when he gets away to another country, if he actually does, if he's not able to get away and he's stuck here, the law will come down on him. And if he gets away, he'll be under the throes of a brutal dictator. That's the only way I can see, because I truly believe in the laws of karma. I've witnessed it in my life in the most minute ways, and I'm here to tell you that I truly believe in it. So, by the law of cause and effect, he could be under the domain of a brutal dictator at some point if he does make it away. Now, with his future, if I put these two cards together, his real feelings and then his future, these two cards together are Alzheimer's, dementia, old elderly brain problems for the elderly. And that's him. And I've gotten that a million times. Well, I'm exaggerating. I've gotten that many, many times. in readings for him as well. And this is one of the things that keeps him from making a decision or forgetting about decisions that he made, forgetting about things that he said, and now just, go with what I'm saying now because that's the truth. Yeah, sure. We don't trust a word he says. And that's his future, this inability to make decisions or make the right decision that brings peace. Because this could be a very peaceful a card of wisdom and peace, but that's not him, so I cannot read it that way. Now, the outcome and the effect, I think for the day, it's just that it's something small and it's no big deal, except for it's like his personal life. It's kind of imploding on him, like I always see that as well. But it could be that with the child card, it's either one of your children, or so this could be about Baron, but because this is the card of an offer here, this is also the card of something small or something new, like a new start. So this could be an offer of something new that comes in. Yeah, so I'm not sure that we'll ever know what that is. If it is an offer of, well, here, let me grab this other deck real quick. Let's see if I can get some more clarity on this here. We're actually, well, I'll just leave them. That's okay. What is this new offer about? It's either a new message that's also an offer, or new support, small support. Let's just get real clear on that. What is that about? Yeah, some loyal supporter. And they get the child card again. Who is this loyal? Okay, so now I'm curious. Let's do this. We need room here. Yeah. Okay. A new start from a loyal supporter. So now I want more information about who this loyal supporter is. Okay. Oh, and this deck is this one, Dreaming Way, Lenormand. Okay. Hold on, let me get them in frame, or make some room here for the closed captions. Okay, good enough. So what we're looking at here, what we're dealing with, so the new supporter, the new loyal supporter, is someone to help him relocate, or at least have options to change in the future, to get what he wants in the future. The stars card. So we have the child, the dog, stork, choices, stars. The stars card has to do, this is also the crossroads or path cards, but for some reason or other the artist actually put the meaning of the card right on it, which is fine. So anyway, so whoever this person is, he's somebody loyal. Like, could it be that Brody guy? I don't know why I just heard Brody. I don't know that he has that much power, but maybe he does. Okay, so anyway, and I thought, but Brody's kind of been with him for a long time, and this is somebody new. He has some new friend Dog card is about friends. Some new friend to help him relocate, to help him improve, the choices that he wants to make in order to navigate away, navigate to where he wants to go. And the child card here with the garden has to do with some new public connection, some new interaction, and the friend is talking to him. He's trying to help him with his goals. Both of these cards are about goals, but he's really trying to help him relocate to, that's a goal. And then here, it's a man. Okay, so I didn't see that before. So the new friend is a man. And he's of shady character as well, with the clouds. Interesting. Wow. Okay. So that, let's see. Come on. Yeah. So remember how these two cards were lined up? So his future and the outcome. Oh, it was like this, though. He was having trouble deciding on where to go. Not able to make a decision. Not willing to make a decision because he's been waiting for this new offer. Wow. So for sure this is an offer and a messenger. Both as well. But notice how these cards, confirm. All these cards confirm. Okay. So, yeah. So, I guess, I'll just close this up. But, the main message, I would say, is that I keep getting the guidance over and over again that he is looking to get away. He's looking to get to another country. So, is it Turkey with Erdogan? Is it Saudi Arabia with MBS? Is it the UAE? Turkey has an extradition with USA, so I don't know about that. And I don't know about UAE or Saudi Arabia. That's some research I'd have to do, but we still have time. But as closer as it gets to to the end, I think he's going to start feeling more and more limited in his ability to make it here in the U.S. So, of course, the choices for change. The change leads to choices and navigating into a new future. Interesting with this deck, which way do you want to go? Yeah. So, okay, so that's it. I'm going to do a reading for us as well. So be sure to check out, the dailies that I do for us, in order to spiritually grow. And I use the Light Seers Tarot. So rather than make this reading any longer and use it like the Animal Spirit Oracle or something to get something for us, I'll just close this one up and direct you to that other one. Okay? All right. Thanks, you guys. Bye.